All right, now the fun stuff. We're going to start with internal edits now. We've extracted a clip, and you'll see that my project is blank. I've gone ahead and pulled a second clip and started a whole new project because I want to keep this clean and also retread a little bit of the import process as well. So I'm going to go import audio. Import audio. This is from a previous video. You should know how to do this. So on the desktop, I should have, let's go list. Clip Sarah's first day and clip Bill, student of Kings. So let's open both of these and you'll now see we have two tracks. Previously we only had one. And this is a little hint at what's to come. But I want to begin with Bill. So I'm going to move Sarah out of the way. And I'm going to move Bill up to track one, just like this. I'm going to zoom in nice and tight. And I'm going to butt Bill up against the beginning just for ease. Sarah is still over here. Don't forget, we're just zoomed in. But I want to clean Bill up just a little bit. There's some ahs and ums and some stutters and things. So let's go through his clip line by line and make it as tight and as succinct and polished as possible. And I will start with a disclaimer. You do not need to do this. This level of scrutiny is only reserved for times where there's a sidebar or a tangent, the ahs and ums are distracting, or they simply don't answer your question during an interview recording, of course. So this is really just to tighten things up. But most of the time, if you go too hard during this process, you can actually sort of dehumanize a person a little bit, because we do often naturally pause and we ponder, and you don't necessarily want to remove that, and you certainly don't want to remove all of the breaths. But we're going to talk about that as we go. So let's jump in and start editing Bill Leahy a little bit. So let's have a listen, and we'll just sort of pick and choose as we go what we want to remove as we happen upon it. So let's have a listen.
But I had enough experience that I was pretty aware pretty quickly that Kings had...
Yeah, okay, so we can clean this up a little bit already. So let's start here.
But I had enough experience.
How about we start with I had enough experience instead of but I had enough experience. Zoom in nice and tight. We can catch this.
But I had
enough.
I had enough.
Oh, it's over here somewhere.
I had enough.
Yeah, like that. So same thing that we used in a previous video. I'm going to left click, I'm going to highlight, I'm going to press delete.
I had enough experience that I was pretty aware.
Oh, a little bit of stammering here, so we can clean that up a little bit.
Experience that I was pretty aware.
Yeah, well, just again, it's a lot of playing over and over again. It's a lot of listening, a lot of looking to match the shapes with what you're hearing.
Experience that I was pretty aware.
I was pretty aware.
Was pretty.
So we can actually get rid of this, and I'm gonna repeat. And I did something very subtle here. You probably didn't even notice it, but I will show you on the next edit what I just did. But for now, I'm going to press delete. Check your work.
Experience that I was pretty aware pretty quickly that.
How about we attempt to clean this a little bit?
Pretty aware pretty quickly that Kings.
Kings. So what we do is, and I'm still not convinced, I think I want to challenge myself to clean this a little bit here, and I'll show you what I do.
Pretty aware pretty.
Aware. So we can actually take aware and match it to the other one, I think.
Aware pretty quick.
Aware pretty quickly. So let's go backwards.
Aware.
Yeah, I think this will work.
Was pretty aware pretty quickly.
Oh no, let's not do that. That's too much. But you get the idea. I'm zooming in, I'm listening a lot, and I'm just making decisions.
Or aware pretty quickly that.
So let's get rid of the and here's what I did before, and I'm going to show you exactly the trick. So what you want to do is go hard up against the place you want to keep. This is very, very important. We're going to edit in reverse. So I'm going to go hard up against
Kings,
and then I'm going to go backwards, and I'm going to go hard up against the beginning of the word that I want to remove. And I'll zoom in so you can see right here. I'm hard up against this, and I'm hard up against this. So when I press delete, it should match up fairly cleanly.
Or aware pretty quickly that Kings had a very just.
Oh, he stammered there. So it's the same process. Hard up against what I want to keep, backwards, hard up against what I want to remove.
That Kings had a very distinctive made at Kings culture and sense of itself. And
yeah, okay, so he's, again, natural speech patterns. He's sort of searching for words as he's forming sentences.
To be
successful. So I think we could do that. Again, exact same process over and over and over again. Tight up against what we want to keep, backwards, tight up against what we want to remove.
Culture and sense of itself. To be successful, providing the university what it needs from its.
let's tighten that a little bit.
To be successful, providing the.
Yeah, to be successful, providing. Don't edit on paper either. You really need to listen to your audio. So in case you've transcribed your interview or a passage and you edit it in a Word document, it may not actually come out the same. You really need to listen to things.
To be successful.
Yeah, right here.
To be successful, providing the university what it needs from its president, I had to become a student of Kings.
I had to become a student of Kings. So again, I'm going to zoom into this passage here, play it back.
I had to become.
So become is right there, I believe.
Become.
Yeah, become a student of Kings. So we'll delete that. Hope for the best.
I had to become a student.
Oh, here we go. This is an opportunity here, and this works most of the time, but you don't often get a chance like this. So I accidentally picked a really good example. So let's play this again.
I had to become.
So he says become. So let's see if we can attach.
Become a student.
Oops.
Become a.
Yeah. Let's see if we can attach this to this. We can weld the words together a little bit here.
I had to become a student.
No, that's ambitious, but I think we can make it work. Oh, by the way, I'm pressing Control Z for undo in case that fell by the wayside. You can undo edits if you've made a mistake. Become a student of Kings.
I had to be.
So I think he says B.
Be.
And I can adjust how much I have selected or highlighted simply by mousing over the edge, and you'll see my cursor changes shape a little bit. So here's the regular cursor like this, and I mouse over, and this will allow me to adjust the selection.
B.
Yeah, B. So let's see if we got this.
I had to become a student of Kings.
There you go. Doesn't always work out that easily, but it's rinse and repeat. So I'll sort of describe it again. You can watch the examples in those that passage again. Just rewind the video. But again, it's hard up against what you want to keep, backwards to what you want to remove, and then you press delete, and it should be clean. I don't want to put a percentage on it, but probably 75% of the time that works. So now we are left with a clip from Bill and a clip from Sarah. And in the next video, we're going to add a second track with some sound, maybe, or some music.